Welcome back to another episode of Critically Speaking. Today we're going to address freedom of speech and the right to govern ourselves as U.S. citizens without censorship, but more specifically, the ban on TikTok and the wider implications safeguarding our national security entail. If you're unfamiliar with TikTok, TikTok is a social media platform that allows users to create and share short-form videos typically set to music. The app has become extremely popular among younger generations and has quickly grown into one of the most downloaded apps worldwide. TikTok's algorithm suggests videos to users based on their previous interactions with content and the content they engaged with, creating a highly personalized experience for each user. The app's interface is designed to be easy to use, and users can create videos with a variety of tools such as filters, effects, and sounds. TikTok has also become a platform for viral trends and challenges, with users often creating their own content in response to popular videos. Now, the current issue revolves around TikTok's ties to the Chinese government and the possibility of using data collected by TikTok for Chinese espionage or clandestine operations. Shou Zhu, the TikTok CEO, has publicly said that the Chinese government has never asked TikTok for its data and that the company would refuse any such request. That may be true, but we'll need to take a closer look at the situation. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's get critical. The Chinese government operates as a single-party socialist state, with the Communist Party of China, CPC, holding a monopoly on political power. The government structure is based on a hierarchy of power, with the highest authority held by the CPC Central Committee and its Politburo Standing Committee, which is headed by the General Secretary of the CPC, currently Xi Jinping. The Chinese government is divided into three branches: the executive, legislative, and judicial. The executive branch is headed by the Premier of the State Council, who is appointed by the President of the People's Republic of China. The legislative branch is the National People's Congress, NPC, which is China's highest organ of state power and is responsible for making laws and overseeing government policy. The judicial branch is responsible for enforcing the law and includes the Supreme People's Court, which is the highest court in China. This is unique in that the Supreme Court falls under the jurisdiction of the National People's Congress, and this Congress is effectively controlled by the NPC's Standing Committee, which is headed by the President of the People's Republic of China, Xi Jinping. The Chinese government operates with a high level of centralization and control, with the CPC exercising significant influence over all areas of society, including the media, education, and the economy. The government also maintains a strict censorship and surveillance over the internet and media, limiting access to information and suppressing dissent. Overall, the Chinese government operates with a highly centralized and authoritarian system of government, with the CPC holding a tight grip on political power and exerting significant control over all aspects of Chinese society. Recently, the U.S. government has expressed concerns over the likelihood that the Chinese government could leverage their power to obtain data from TikTok via its parent corporation, ByteDance. ByteDance is a multinational technology company headquartered in Beijing, China. It was founded in 2012 by Zhang Yiming and is known for its popular apps, including TikTok and Douyin. ByteDance's valuation is currently estimated to be around $400 billion, making it one of the most valuable startups in the world. ByteDance's flagship app, TikTok, has over 1 billion monthly active users worldwide, and Douyin, the Chinese version of TikTok, has over 600 million daily active users in China. In 2021, ByteDance generated over $34.3 billion in revenue, up from $17 billion in 2019. Recently, ByteDance has faced regulatory scrutiny in several countries, including India and the United States, over concerns related to data privacy and national security. The company has invested heavily in artificial intelligence and machine learning, which are used to power its various apps and services. In 2020, ByteDance announced plans to invest $1 billion in India over the next 3 years as part of its efforts to expand its presence in the country. TikTok has faced various regulatory challenges in several countries, with some governments expressing concerns over national security and data privacy. As a result, TikTok has been banned or restricted in some countries. TikTok was banned in India in June 2020, along with 58 other Chinese apps due to tension between India and China. TikTok also faced a potential ban in the United States in 2020 due to national security concerns related to its Chinese ownership. However, the ban was later put on hold after TikTok reached a deal with Oracle and Walmart to create a new company, TikTok Global. Several other countries, including Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, and Iran, banned TikTok, citing immoral and indecent content. It's worth noting that the company has also faced scrutiny and challenges in other countries, including Australia, Japan, and the UK, but it's not been banned or restricted in these countries. It's difficult to determine the likelihood of China using TikTok data for clandestine operations, as it is ultimately a matter of speculation. However, there are concerns that the Chinese government could use TikTok data for intelligence purposes due to the app's ownership by ByteDance, a Chinese company, and China's national intelligence law, which requires organizations and citizens to provide support for and cooperate in national intelligence work. In 2020, the United States government conducted a national security review of TikTok and raised concerns about the potential for the app to be used for espionage or other nefarious purposes. In response, TikTok has reportedly denied any allegations of wrongdoing and has taken steps to reassure users and governments about its data security and privacy practices. TikTok has stated that it stores user data outside of China and has implemented security measures to protect user data from unauthorized access or disclosure. The company has also established a transparency center in the United States to allow outside experts to review its source code and security practices. Ultimately, the likelihood of China using TikTok data for clandestine operations is difficult to determine, but it is important for individuals and governments to remain vigilant about potential security risks and to take steps to protect their data and privacy. In order to bring the U.S. government some peace of mind, TikTok has lobbied for the enactment of Project Texas. Project Texas would require TikTok to provide the U.S. government complete oversight in regards to U.S. data. As TikTok CEO Shou Chew states, quote, American data stored on American soil by an American company, overseen by an American personnel, end quote. This is in response to the Biden administration's request for Chinese TikTok owners to sell their stake in the company to a U.S. company or the app would be banned. Another stance that many are using to push for the ban of TikTok stems from its effect on the youth. TikTok has become a popular social media platform among youth, particularly among teenagers and young adults. While the app can provide entertainment and a sense of community, there are concerns about its potential negative effects on youth. Time spent on the app. TikTok's algorithm is designed to keep users engaged for as long as possible, which can lead to excessive screen time and distract users from other activities, such as studying or physical exercise. Cyberbullying, like other social media platforms, TikTok can be used to harass or bully others. This can have negative impact on the youth, leading to depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. And finally, exposure to inappropriate content. TikTok's content moderation policies have come under scrutiny, with reports of inappropriate and harmful content appearing on the platform. This can be particularly concerning for youth who may not have the maturity or judgment to navigate such content safely. While TikTok can have positive effects on youth, it is important for parents, educators, and other adults to be aware of these potential negative effects and to help youth use the app safely and responsibly. This includes setting limits on screen time, monitoring content, and having open and honest conversations about online safety and privacy. The responsibility for social media usage is a complex issue that involves both personal responsibility and government responsibility. On one hand, individuals have a personal responsibility to use social media platforms in a responsible and ethical manner. This includes being mindful of the content they post, the impact it will have on others, and the potential risk associated with sharing personal information online. Individuals also have a responsibility to educate themselves about the risks and benefits of social media use and to take steps to protect their privacy and well-being. On the other hand, governments also have a responsibility to regulate social media platforms and ensure that they're operating in a safe and ethical manner. This includes establishing laws and regulations that protect users' privacy and data, preventing the spread of harmful or illegal content, and holding social media companies accountable for their actions. In more recent years, there have been growing concerns about the power and influence of social media companies and their impact on society and democracy. Some argue that governments need to take a more active role in regulating social media platforms to ensure that they are serving the public interest and not just the interests of their shareholders. However, others argue that government regulation could stifle innovation and free speech, and that individuals should be free to use social media platforms as they see fit with minimal interference from the government. In conclusion, the issue of responsibility for social media usage is a complex one that involves balancing individual rights and responsibilities with government regulations and oversight. Ultimately, a combination of personal responsibility and government regulation is necessary to ensure that social media platforms are used in a safe, responsible, and ethical manner. But what do you think? How much regulation should the government have? Should parents and individuals take more responsibility and hold ourselves and corporations accountable? What are you doing to maintain your responsibility and accountability? I, for one, believe this comes down to a personal issue, one that does not require the government to play parent. Accountability and responsibility are two essential principles that underpin personal and collective success. Accountability refers to being answerable for our actions, decisions, and outcomes, while responsibility involves taking ownership of our actions and their consequences. Together, these principles help to build trust, foster collaboration, and promote integrity in our relationships with others. By holding ourselves accountable and taking responsibility for our actions, we create a culture of excellence and reliability where we strive to meet our commitments and obligations and take corrective actions when necessary. Embracing accountability and responsibility not only benefits us as individuals, but also contributes to building a strong and resilient community that can overcome challenges and achieve shared goals. That's it for today's episode of Critically Speaking. Thanks for joining us as we explore the latest movies, games, and hot topics. Stay up to date with our latest content by hitting that notification bell. And if you enjoyed the show, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And as always, stay critical.